Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today I wanted to chat with you guys about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The game is due to launch, and I, for one, am very excited to play it. We're absolutely going to be doing a full playthrough on stream, and before that happened, I wanted to talk with you about what we can expect a little bit from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and also talk about the post-launch content. And while we do that, I need to do a little farming in Warframe. I figured we could do that. We could hang out a little. Also, I have a cute new adorable Kubro who he kind of needs to be put through his paces, so it's kind of like we're min-maxing to the max right now together. So let's just get into this. So as a confession, this is my first Assassin's Creed game, and one of the main reasons I'm diving into the series now, as opposed to earlier, is because of how RPG-like this game is supposed to be. I am hella curious to find out how much choice matters, how much choice is going to have an impact on various decisions throughout the world, and how it's gonna, like, affect everything else around me. I'm really curious to see how far deep dive they go. It's supposed to be very RPG heavy, which, I mean, holla, you know, we've been together long enough. You guys know how much I love RPGs. So that is one of the things that I am most excited about with this game. And the other thing that I am really excited about is the skill tree system. Through seeing various videos and screenshots, this and that, it looks like they're actually going to have dedicated skill trees to particular play styles. Now, of course, you can mix and match. You can just dedicate yourself to one skill tree. You can dedicate yourself to two skill trees. It's pretty cool the way that they're setting this up. It looks like they're going to have a assassin slash stealth tree. They're going to have a hunter, or, you know, like bow and arrow. Or, you know, if you're a sword and board, melee, dual dagger is great sword kind of person, you also have that skill tree. And I, for one, love stealth trees. When I played HZD when it first came out, one of my favorite things was the stealth tree and the stealth system. And through some of the gameplay that I've seen for this game, it looks like they have very similar stealth systems. And I know that that has been a big part of the Assassin's Creed game. So I am excited to see how that's been expanded on, how robust it feels, how stealthy and badass I can feel while playing the game, if you know what I mean. So those are some of, like, the base things that I'm excited for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And then diving into the post-launch content. I always want to say that backwards, do post-content launch. But anyways, their plans for the post-launch content is what has me honestly the most intrigued about the game to date. It looks like they're gonna have a pretty robust plan. There is a video describing all of the post-launch content and its plans to date, and I will link that in the description below in case you want to watch it. It's not a very long video, but it is very informative. And then I will also link to the website where they actually outline everything, because sometimes it's easier to see it laid out as opposed to watching a video. And one of the things that they're going to be doing is they're going to have a weekly and daily bounties, I guess is what we could call them. It's going to be a mission that you can do. You go kill somebody, raid somebody, do whatever. I'm not 100% sure what the missions are going to be. And you're going to earn a specialty currency. And then you can spend that currency at a very unique vendor and get some high-end loot. They're calling it, I believe, exquisite loot. I am excited. I like loot. I'm a hoarder. I want all the loot. I mean, if it's there, I want it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? What has me the most intrigued by this, though, is that it's going to keep people in the game longer. And because of that, this almost has a post-release multiplayer-esque feel. Not that this game is in any way a multiplayer. They have said this isn't a multiplayer, it's a hardcore single player, but just the way that they intend to support it feels a little multiplayer, with the whole we can grab bounties, we can get more loot, we can do this, we can do that. And I'm actually very curious to see how this ends up going within a single player game. Correct me if I'm wrong, I can't recall many single-player games that have done something like this, where you can get the post-content, daily, weekly bounties kind of thing, and then get exquisite loot and have a reason to kind of come back almost every week and grind. So I'm very curious to see how the community receives this. I'm very curious to see how popular it is, and I'm also curious to see if this does, you know, go over well, how many other games eventually adopt something very similar to this. And within the post-content, or the post-launch free content, there is also going to be Lost Tales, and they're going to be doing some I'm assuming very small free stories that everybody gets to play, which I mean, anything that adds more story content is amazing. Like I love stories. You guys know how much I love stories. So I'm excited to see what kind of tales they are, how they impact the knowledge that we have for the base game. Does it enhance what we've already learned for the base game? Are they stories that are completely separate from the base game? And so on and so forth. And then within that, and they also have their season pass. And the cool thing about the season pass is they've got two main pieces of what I'm going to gather are large stories. But each of those stories are going to be released in 3 episodes. Starting in December, we'll get the first bit of DLC, and the first episode will release, and then another 6 weeks or so ish later, we'll probably get the next episode, and then another 6 weeks later, the next, and then they're planning for, I believe they said, the spring, and the second big piece of story DLC will go along the same path. The cool thing is, though, in between these episodes launching for the DLC is when the Lost Tales of free content are coming out. So if you're somebody with the season pass or even without the season pass, there's gonna be a lot to do in this game post-launch, and I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to see how well it's all supported. I'm really excited actually to see how a DLC broken up into 3 episodes goes. Like, if it's going to be super big cliffhangers, are we all just going to be like nail biting the whole time? Are we going to regret playing in episodes and wish we just waited until the whole DLC launched and then just play it all at once kind of thing? And I'm curious to see if it ends up making the DLC overall longer, and how long each episode is actually going to be. So there's a lot of things that I guess there's to be excited for and curious about. But other than that, I think that that's all I really wanted to cover today in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I talked about a little bit the post-launch content, and then just the fact that I'm excited for the fact that this game is an RPG exploration. We can roam around ancient Greece as a stealthy assassin if we want, kind of game, which we're going to because that is exciting. And guys, just to let you know, I will be playing the game starting Tuesday, October 2nd on the Twitch channel. The link for that is down below. And so if you're kind of curious as to how the game feels, how it plays, this and that, feel free to stop by, say hi. I mean, you don't even have to wait for Assassin's Creed to come out to stop by, say hi. You guys know you're always welcome. Just come on over, say hi, hang out with me. You know how it goes. But other than that, how are you guys feeling about Assassin's Creed Odyssey? I'm really curious to see, what do you guys think about the post-launch content plans? How do you feel about the different skill trees? How do you feel about the fact that this is more heavily RPG? Let me know either on social media or in the comments below. You know me, I always love hearing from you guys. But other than that, I think that that's everything I wanted to chitter chat with you lovely people about today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me once again. It has been fantastic as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!